Hi, it's Ray from Pro Shaper Workshop in Charlton, Massachusetts, and we've been away for a little while, but we're back now, and hopefully we get some more videos made. The classes have started again, and we've been really busy with the English wheel project. We've sold a bunch of the plans. We hope to sell a whole bunch more. And now the next step of that is not only building the frame, the people that bought the plans are building the frame, which takes some time. The next step is the yokes and the adjuster and all the components you need. So, as you probably know, I like high quality stuff, but you have to balance the high quality with the price. And I went through a lot of juggling to figure out how is the best way to make a really high quality components for that wheel. As you saw the wheel in the earlier video, I finished it up pretty nice, and it deserves these very nice components. So, and I'm hoping to sell them at different levels, maybe just drawings and then also unassembled, and if you finish it yourself type of deal, and then totally finished. Well, these are the production prototypes. We've got 3 of them running now, and we got a bunch of others in the works. This is the top adjuster. In my history of building English wheels, I've probably had about 7 or 8 different designs for adjusters. This is the first one that I've made out of round stock, and I didn't do any shortcuts at all on it. It's a really high quality adjuster. It's very nicely, it works very nicely. We make the top wheel too. You got about 1.5 inches of travel. That's all you need. The criteria for a adjuster is to limit any type of play. This limits the rotational play, and then we've got a bronze bushing. We were able to get a bronze bushing that we have to machine, but it's a big, large diameter one, and we cut it, and it's about 1.25 inches long or so. That carries all the load right there, and it's a really elegant solution to a top adjuster or any adjuster. This is the interface here for the upper yoke. You have a nice large surface that the yoke will seat on, and it takes a 1/2-20 cap screw. It allows the yoke to turn 360 degrees, so if you want to turn the yoke to 90 degrees or 45 degrees, which you don't do every day, but it comes in really handy when you have to. So that's a really nice feature. The thing is pretty much maintenance free, a little bit of daubed oil here and there, and the thing will last 20 years. It's got a really nice wheel. We make that up here, and it mounts right onto the English wheel frame. And these holes are a little bit bigger, so you can adjust it around and dial it all in to get all your geometry correct. You can also shim it. If you made a mistake in the welding, you have the ability to shim it. And there's just a lot of nice features of this. Now this is how we get it out of the lathe. We turn these down and get a nice finish on them. But on the finished one, I was going to put wrinkle paint. I was thinking of putting black wrinkle paint, but now I'm thinking I'm going to just put silver hammered finish on it. You could leave it bare, but you'd have to wax it, otherwise it would rust up on you. So when that's all done, there'll be some lock nuts on here to lock these adjusters. This is an adjustment for the bushing. The bushing is infinitely adjustable, so you should get literally lifetime's worth of use out of this, just as the bushing wears, and it's not a high wear item anyways. But if it wore down and got a little loose, you just tighten these here and it tightens the bushing. So, you know, this will last more than one lifetime. So it's a nice adjuster. And now another potential on it is it can be mounted on the bottom, and we just provide a longer screw thread here, and then it'll become a bottom adjuster wheel if people prefer the bottom adjuster wheel. Now I want to talk a minute about these yokes here. This is the upper yoke, And I've been using a water jet cutter for about 5 or 6 years now in Connecticut. And they have state-of-the-art, like I think 3 or 4 axis cutting heads on that water jet cutter. It's a major table. It's a very, very expensive water jet cutter. All water jet cutters are not created equal. This one, you get, you know, super precise 90-degree cuts on it. And they give you a spec of plus or minus 10 thousandths of an inch. In my practice with them, it's more like plus or minus 1/1000th of an inch. Now I've cut all these parts previously. I have a plasma cam CNC plasma cutter, which is a bare bones machine, but it's actually a really, really nice machine. And I can cut these on this, but I won't get anywhere near the accuracy that I can get with the water jet. And so it's a poison pill thing. Do you spend all your time cleaning it up, or do you step up and buy a really nice water jet part? And there's very little cleanup. I just ran the grinder on these for 2 seconds. There might have been a little nub or something on it, and that cleans them all up. They're all nice and square. I provided all the drawings. This is the top yoke. There's the mount hole right here. And unfortunately, I was supposed to get 6 of these because I got 3 of these in the works right now, the top adjusters, and they only sent me 1, so they owe me 5 more. And this is where your axle goes through for the top adjuster, top yoke rather, and it's a 1-inch axle. I have them cut that hole, and then I have a 1-inch reamer, and I'll just run it through here. And this is about almost perfect now, so the reamer will just make it absolutely perfect. And I make these so it also have these holes cut, and these are the correct size for tapping them. These will get tapped out to a 3/8, I believe 18 thread or so, the coarse thread, and that allows these to be adjustable up and down. And then the adjustment on them is on the bottom. That hole there gets threaded with a 5/16 18, and a set screw goes in there, and these all get welded together, and this becomes like a machine surface. So you don't even have to do any machining. It's all set for you right out of the water jet. Just a little bit of cleanup with the file. So these have to be welded together and tapped, and of course I'm missing the other piece here. And that will make a really fine, full-featured upper wheel yoke. Now this is the lower wheel yoke, and this could be used also if you wanted to use this wheel with larger, lower anvils. You could use this yoke for both the upper and lower. And all of these components, I'm going to package them up into a big package. But also you'll be able to buy any of these components separately. So if you have another wheel that has a yoke that's not up to snuff, or you want a better adjuster, you can buy any one of these pieces individually. So here's the bottom yoke, and it's the same deal. It has this nice machine surface where this piece here is the active piece that's adjustable, and that allows you to set the attitude of the anvil. So you can tilt the anvil or make sure that your anvil contact area is running dead center on your top wheel. So these are really high quality pieces. I might just sell them just like that as a parts kit. They're easily mailable and priority mail, so the shipping won't be that bad. You can tap them out, you can weld them, and you got to make sure they're all square when you weld them up and everything, and you'll end up with a really nice piece. And then you can paint them the color you want and stuff. Same thing with that yoke. So keep watching the website, and you'll see all the different options. We're still waiting for a bunch of stuff from our suppliers. And we're also going to do a inexpensive lower adjuster. The lower adjuster generally can be made for less money. So people that are very price conscious will offer that. That will also offer the 360 turn potential on both upper and lower yokes. and they'll be bolt on, and that will you know, give you a real wide spectrum as far as the pricing structure goes. So I just wanted to show the detail of what that water jet does. There's that lower yoke for the 3-inch anvils, and you can see it cuts out these beautiful square holes like that. Now this is going to be welded here, and then this gets attached to it, and then you chamfer this edge here and you weld these right together. It makes a really solid assembly. I've been making my yokes like this for probably about 15 years or so now, but previously I cut them mostly in my plasma cam cutter, the CNC plasma cutter. But nothing beats this water jet, and you know, it has to be a really high quality machine too, and to get these incredible results. So the classes are now back on again if anybody's interested in taking classes, and we've got some really cool t-shirts. Check them out right on each one of our videos. Teespring t-shirts. This is a really nice one. I love this one. And we'll be following up with another assembly video on the frame. We got the second one in play right now, but we're going to get a third one going, and I might do that assembly video, and we might show some of the assembly process and the machining process that makes this, to make these pieces. Now I understand that not everybody can come to my classes, and with this COVID-19 situation that we're all in, it could be a year and a half before Europeans can come back, and the Australians that were coming, and I mean I had people from all over the world coming, plus the United States, and so there are a lot of people watching my videos, and one of them was an IT guy from UK. His name is Praisehim, his first name, and he had zero experience, and somehow he got enthralled with a D Type Jaguar. I see on his Facebook page he took a ride in one, and he had an opportunity to buy a fiberglass D Type Jaguar body, which he wanted to translate into an aluminum Jaguar D Type body. So he's now in a hiatus on his job because of the COVID-19. He's got some time. He's got a little tiny workshop, and he's been watching my videos, and this just shows you the power of video. And he ordered some flexible shape patent tape from me, and he's got a very small English wheel that he bought. All his tools are very inexpensive, and he's building a D Type Jaguar complete aluminum body, and he's got a lot of it done. He's working on it every single day. Now the panels are not up to, you know, world-class coach building standards, but they're pretty damn good. And he's not welded them yet. He's got to still learn his welding skill sets, and he has to do a bunch of planishing on them. But I was going to have Mark put those pictures in, and you'll see that my videos not only inspire, but actually have actual results. So if you're getting some kind of result like that from watching my videos, we'd love to hear from you. Just private message me or email me the pictures of what you're doing, and that'll help inspire everybody else. So keep watching and keep giving us the support. We could certainly use a lot of support in this current climate that we're in. Not everybody can still come to the class. The flights are not up to snuff yet, so any help that you can give us in purchasing tools or our plans is greatly appreciated, and it helps expand into new areas. I want to do other tools. I want to finish up a lot of the projects that we're working on, but it takes time and money to do all that stuff. So thank you very much, and I hope to see you soon.